Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Chantel and this is your reality rundown. This is a channel where we gather together, we talk about our favorite reality TV shows, hot topics, what's going on in pop culture, and just coming together just to talk. So today we are going to be talking about Housewives of Potomac, yes, season 9, episode 6 recap. So let's get right into it. So the episode starts off with Karen, Stacy, and I think Jassy is there with them. Is it Jassy and Kay? They're at the lake house, and Stacy's like, "Hey, Karen, I'm worried about you because the girls are talking about you. That's Mia and Jacqueline, and they're saying, they're saying, am I defending you? Because, they were bringing up case after case after case. And, Karen's like, girl, please, you know how Karen, she's not really taking any accountability. She's not talking about it, let's just say, right? Because we know when the girls have cases going on, they can't really talk about it. So Karen's like, girl, bye, please. Anyways, so then Stacy's like, no, actually, they're saying that they want to get you in rehab. So we know it's not genuine, but anyways, that's what they're saying. Karen's like, oh, please. Karen drops a bomb. Karen drops a bomb and is like, oh, is that because Mia opened up the clinic because she was addicted to opioids? She was on those drugs. The girls were gagged. They were like, oh, okay. So yeah, that happened and they're all like, oh, all right. So Stacy, she didn't appreciate that comment because she feels like, the girls are getting really messy and it's getting a bit too much for her. So she was like, okay. Wendy, on the other hand, she was like, listen, I'm in my Wendy bubble. Like, it's my birthday. I don't have time for this. So now the girls are by the pool. They're chilling. They're relaxing. It's Ashley, Stacy. Who else is there? Ashley, Stacy, Karen, and Kay. Okay. Jassy comes out after, but Kay, Ashley, Karen, Stacy, if I recall. And Stacy, they get to talking, and Stacy's like, how she misses TJ. This is her new boo thing that she's talking to, right? She's like, oh, I miss TJ. And we love praying together and talking about her future, and she's really looking forward to TJ meeting her daughter Abigail. I believe that's her daughter's name. They start talking about divorce, and I guess the girls were asking, or maybe specifically Ashley, I'm not sure, was like, how's the divorce going? Because I know, like, you and your husband are going to get divorced, right? And she's like, well, we haven't finalized everything because we haven't talked about, all the things that need to be agreed on. So that's kind of, in the process still. And then Ashley gets brought up, but Ashley's like, no, I'm getting divorced on June the 11th or something like that. She said, she gave us a date. That's what she said. Okay. We don't know if she's really, telling the truth because she was getting a divorce from Michael for some years now. So we don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, she said June the 11th, so the girls can stop talking about it. So so Ashley starts talking about how her and Michael, they are wanting to have, if they start dating seriously, they want their partners to meet up with each other before they meet the children. Even though she also said that her and Michael haven't sat down for about a year now. It's been a year since they actually sat down and talked about anything, or, like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know how or when that's going to happen, but that's what she said. That's what Ashley said. So I just got some notes, y'all, because, I got to remember everything, touch on the points. This time, Jassy, she arrives and she's like, it's interesting, or it's like work being in a relationship with somebody who has children, because Jassy does not have children, but her man, who's in the NFL, he has 2 children. And the timeline is not matching. So that comes up a little bit later. And I think Kay was saying how, like, she likes being a rich auntie or whatever, whatnot. Jacqueline comes in to join, and then so does Mia. And Mia comes with flowers for Wendy because they were from her husband and her children. And, that was cute or whatever. They start dancing and celebrating and having fun. And then they start cracking on Stacy because, they say she's stiff and she can't dance and all that type of stuff. So they're playing and they're having fun. So all that's cooled down, and Giselle, she comes back from she had to leave because her twins, they had a cap and gown ceremony. They're graduating, so she had to be there. So she's back now, and she when she gets in, she sees Jassy, and like she's like, "Hey girl, what's up? You know, what's up? What's going on?" And she's like, fill me in on the tease because I heard a little bit of tease was going on. And so Jassy fills her in about the whole Ashley comment, towards Kira, talking about, "Hey, do you really have a scar? Because I don't see a scar." And that's like, so that's what's going on. And Giselle was even like, really? The scar's visibly, like, it's clearly there. So, anyways, that happens. They have to get ready because they are going out. Mia has something planned to, because it's Wendy's birthday, right? That's the whole reason they're there. They're there to celebrate Wendy's birthday. So, Mia has something planned, and the girls are, they go to start getting ready and things like that. They all meet downstairs. They're back downstairs, and they're taking shots, and they're having fun. Mia and her crazy self is, she literally deep-throated the bottle. She deep-throated the shot bottle, which was gross because it really looked like all that alcohol that she tried to that she tried to swallow, went back into the bottle. So that was really gross. I hope nobody else drank any of that alcohol. But yeah, she deep throats the bottle, and she goes, "Oh, well, that's how you keep two men." Girl, so you are playing games. So you're playing games. So you said that's how you keep two men. You have ink and you have G. And you got G dangling by the wayside. So are you playing games? Well, that's how you keep two men. Girl, stop. Oh, Mia. She's something else. Stop it. So that happens, and yeah, they're kikiing, and then yeah, they get into the vans now to go to this place that Mia has planned. So they're in the car, and the girls, they're talking and so on and so forth. The girls are talking and, all that type of stuff. And in the van, it's Stacy, Giselle, and Mia. No, Stacy, Giselle, and Wendy. They're like in the front row, like there's three of them, and all the other girls are in the back, like in rows or whatever. And so Wendy's like, yeah, so to Giselle, she's like, yeah, so I finally got to meet TJ on like the FaceTime, I believe, or whatever, because, Stacy was talking to him earlier. And so yeah, they start talking about that, and immediately Giselle with the, they start talking about, intercourse. Have you had intercourse? Have you had sex? So Stacy's like, we both agreed on, her and TJ both agreed on not having sex before marriage, right? Because that's what they agreed on, and that's what they believe in. And, the girls are pushing, and they're laughing, and they're kikiing at her, and, Giselle's like, so you can't, you don't get to test drive. You need to test drive it. Like, you need to know what you're working with. And Stacey's like, well, she kind of revealed that it was actually TJ who, like, kind of, I guess, doubled down. He was like, this is what I want. We're not having any, ex before marriage. So she's respecting that he's a devout Christian and his boundaries and, things like that. So, again, the girls are kikiing and ha and blah, blah, making fun of her. But I find it kind of odd because, yeah, do I feel like the chemistry between Stacy and TJ's there? No, I really don't. But what's the big deal? If they're not having sex, they're not having sex. Why does everybody like feel like they cannot live if they are not having sex? Why are you functioning down there? Like why is that? It seems like that's what everything revolves around. Like sometimes it's good just to, slow it down. So yeah, anyways, the girls do ask like, what does he do? And Giselle was asking, what does he do and stuff like that. She's like, he's an actor. This is while Giselle, she's Googling the man because, Giselle. So she's Googling him, and Stacey's like, yeah, he's an actor. He's been on Grey's Anatomy, I think, and NCIS and Days of Our Lives. And I think it was Wendy. I don't know if it was Wendy or Giselle, but child, the shade. She was like, oh, so is he an extra? He's in the background. So Stacey's like, no, like, Stacey's so sweet. I feel they should leave that alone. Like, if they're not having sex, they're not having sex. Leave it alone. Sex is not the end all be all, right? Sex, can I say that? It's not the end all be all. So they need to put that to rest. Now they get to their destination, and lo and behold, they're at the joint. Why are they there? It's like it's a practice, a chiropractic practice. I think I'm saying that right. And it's one that Mia owns apparently right now, and she has to sell it, or she's in the process of selling because the partners, they can't get along, right? So they got to sell it. And they roll up, and she's like, "Hey," and blah blah blah, and "I'm Mia," and the people at the front are like, "Okay." Like, it was weird. Anyways, she's like, so where's Dr. Mac Daddy? You remember Dr. Mac Daddy? Where's Dr. Mac Daddy? The guy's like, oh, he's somewhere else or at a conference or whatever. She goes, she takes him to the back, and people are getting, like, their treatments, their backs cracked, their necks cracked, things like that. We don't know what it has to do with Wendy's birthday. It has absolutely nothing to do with Wendy or her birthday celebration. We don't know why Mia brought them there. It was completely useless. Maybe she was trying to prove a point or something. We don't know why. It was just weird and just unnecessary. So everybody's standing there like all dumbfounded and like confused and like, okay, so what are we supposed to do? Like, why are we here? We're supposed to be having fun and partying, And I guess the girls, like, they start asking questions, like, because it's kind of awkward. Like, so Jassie's like, you're a businesswoman, yada, yada, yada. And, Giselle's like, okay, well, so when are the busiest times? And Mia's like, oh, well, that depends on, what'd she say? It depends on the time of day, or it depends on the service, or something like that. And Giselle, Giselle with her face like, okay. Like, Giselle was just not impressed. Giselle, so yeah. So that was that. And so then finally Mia's like, so yeah, you guys hungry? And they're like, yeah, let's go. So they head over back into the van, and they're on their way to eat. Like, they're on the way to have like a little brunch, right? A little brunch and a little kiki. Now they get over to the little restaurant, to the brunch spot, and they start ordering drinks. They order shots, and Giselle, she gets down right to the nitty gritty. She's like, what has been going on? Let me know. Fill me in. What happened? She starts out with saying, yeah, so Ashley, what was going on with you? You were like, talking about Scar with Kiera on her forehead and yada yada yada. And Ashley shut it down. She was like, I apologized to her and it was genuine, so yeah. And then Kiera starts to speak up, and she's like, yeah, she did apologize, but she turns to Mia and she's like, I feel like Ashley was piggybacking off of Mia because Mia threw that dig about her having a drug dealer boyfriend or whatever, right? And so they're kind of going back and forth. And then Kiera, she's like, so you're a stripper. Mia's like, and what? Like, I owned it. That has nothing to do with drug dealing or, dating a drug dealer. And Kiera's like, yeah, actually, basically, it kind of does because, the drug dealer lifestyle, the stripper lifestyle, the prostitution. She brought that up. That lifestyle, kind of commingles and mixes and all that type of stuff, right? And Mia's like, no, actually, it doesn't. And, at least I admitted to it and blah, 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 blah. And then so Kiera goes, oh, okay, so selling ass, that's what we're doing. So that's okay. Everyone's like, oh, okay. So yeah, that was crazy. Food arrives, and they're doing their thing, and then Jassy, she brings up like she wants to invite the girls to a party because, again, her NFL boyfriend, he was on a team that won the Super Bowl this year or last year or whatever, and they get to go to the White House and they get to party, and she's talking about, the single men are going to be there, so we're going to do this and blah, 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 blah. And so then I think her and Jacqueline gets into it. She lost weight and she's proud of herself, and, congratulations to her. And, she started working out and she feels strong and she feels fit and she feels like, no one can F with her, right? So then, so then Giselle Giselle's messy. We know that from day one. Giselle was like, oh, okay, so like Karen can't F with you? Is that who you're talking to? Karen can't F with you? Everyone's like, girl, that's not what she said. That's not what she said, but everyone's like, okay. So then the girls go back to the house because they gotta get ready because there is apparently something actually going on. I think Mia has a dinner planned or something like that. So all the girls got to dress in red and they're headed back, and Mia takes a dig in the confessionals talking about everybody needs to dress to impress and dress up good, and she shades Giselle by saying no momos, you can't wear those. So yeah, she's basically saying Giselle can't dress now. It's not a lie, but I don't know. Mia's just she's just throwing out those words this season. Like she's just listen, she's coming after everybody, Miss Mia. The girls are getting ready. Eddie checks on Wendy and they're talking, and then Jassy checks on her man. And it was just awkward because the reception wasn't working. So it just was an awkward scene. It was like a disconnect. And the disconnect, like, kind of with the relationship and the timeline with the kids and her dating him. So that wasn't a good look. So that happened. So Giselle and Ashley now, they are talking and whatever, whatnot. And, Ashley's like, do you remember the song? I forget the name of the song, girl, please. I don't know the name of the song, about striving and thriving. I think that's what it is. And she's like, remember that song, so I'm going to remix it into an EDM mix or whatever, whatnot. Giselle's like, oh, okay. All right. Looking unimpressed. So Ashley plays it for her. And yeah, she plays it for her, and it wasn't giving. And Giselle's face basically said it wasn't giving as well. So she was just sitting there like, oh, okay. Yeah, it wasn't EDM and it wasn't giving. Ashley, stop. I'm sorry. It wasn't giving. Sorry, not sorry. It wasn't giving. It was giving that when they showed the flashback of her singing, it was like, girl, stop. You're not Candace. Like, Candy can sing now. She has style. She could sing. She could do all that. Ashley, she's articulate, but she can't sing. So yeah, that happened. So the girls now, they're all downstairs. They're getting ready, meeting up to go to the dinner. Jacqueline's weird. She starts saying it starts smelling like, vag or whatever in the room. And I believe she bent down and took a sniff of Mia's private parts. And it's like, girl, it's giving weird. Please stop. It was cringe. It was bad. Like, that's not a good look. Like, it's not cute. It's not funny. Like, why do you keep doing that type of weird stuff? Anyways, so she did that. Okay, fine. They pull up. The girls are all in red, and Wendy pulls up in all white. I'm glad she wore all white. She looked really cute. She looked beautiful with the red lip, the bedazzle. She should be standing out. It is her birthday, so, right? She paid homage with the red lip. But yeah, I loved her look. And yeah, they stepped out and they went into the van to head on over to have some dinner. On the way to the dinner, they were playing F Mary, like Unalive, right? And I just wanted to mention it was cringe because when Wendy was asked, Wendy said that she would F Giselle. It's giving, like, stop. It was cringe. It was thirsty. Like, really, Giselle? You guys just started? Like, come on, stop. And then even Karen said that she would F Mia. Girl, you were just saying that Mia's, like, basically on the hit list because she keeps coming for you, and she does keep coming for you. So I don't understand what's going on. Really, Karen. Anyways, and then Jacqueline now says that she would obviously F Mia. No. She didn't say that. She said she would F Ashley because she already F'd Mia. Jacqueline, girl, bye. Be quiet. Like, shut up. She just keeps making herself look ridiculous. Well, Jacqueline, shut up. Like, this is why you are looked at as, like, Mia's just lapdog. Like, girl, stop. I found it weird that Ashley said she would unalive Wendy. Like, really? Wendy? Okay, I think she was just mad still that Wendy told her to shut the hell up. When she was trying to defend me and Jacqueline at the table after Karen annihilated Jacqueline with the 25 conviction thing, right? Okay, we all saw that, right? Last episode. Okay, now they are on the rooftop. They're ordering drinks and, talking, making a toast to Wendy because it is her birthday. It's in celebration. Ashley says, Wendy, you've inspired me to, I think, be more involved with people or whatever. And Kiera had some beautiful words for her. Jassy had some beautiful words for her. Karen had beautiful words. Giselle, oh, we come so far, blah, blah, blah. And then here comes Jacqueline. She was just, again, cringe. Jacqueline, what happened? Why is she so... I felt like when Jacqueline first came on the show, I was like, okay, she might could stay. She might could, like, I was like, okay, Jacqueline's all right. But, like, she just keeps digging herself a hole. Like, she's just, girl... Bye. Okay. Stacy had beautiful words for Wendy as well. Ashley, she starts asking... No, Ashley, she cheers, I believe, to Stacy for opening up and sharing information, about her man or whatever, whatnot. So yeah, they did that. Cheers. They tried to like get her to talk about her man again, but then Stacey was like, "Erks, no, stop." She's like, turned over to Jassy and was like, "Everyone keeps, asking me about my man." She's like, "What about your man? We don't know nothing about him." So then Jassy starts to explain, well, we met, blah 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 blah, and so now she starts trying to explain like the timeline, right? Because they're like, how old are the kids and whatever, whatnot. Girl, why is Jassy talking about this man's kids by two different women are 3 years old and the other one just turned one? The other one just turned one. So everyone's trying to do the math, right? And I think Ashley did a good job in the confessionals of mathing. Like she broke it down. She was like, okay, so if the child is, what was she saying? The child is just turned 1 month and you guys have been together for what? 2 years or something like that? And it takes 9 months for a woman to conceive or for the baby to form and be here. Something was going on. Either Jassy was the side chick turned fiance, or this man has been cheating on Jassy this whole time. So it was like, girl, it doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound good. But of course, the girls are going to cheer on foolery. So, but if Jassy likes it, right? Because, she's with a high profile guy. So, they're like, well, if you're happy, I think Karen, whoever, they're like, if you're happy, you're happy, you're happy. Okay, fine. Yeah, that whole conversation was just weird. And she wants to they're getting married and, she's saying he's the best thing that's ever happened to her. And Giselle's sitting there with that face. I cannot with Giselle. She's like, no, absolutely not. But yeah. But it was funny because Giselle in the confessional, she was like, oh, just say that the man cheated and you took him back and you want to be with him and blah, blah, blah. Okay, same could be said about your green-eyed bandit. Did you tell her that? Did she? I don't recall her telling her that. Anyways, this is the end of the episode and it gets a little bit, not even a little bit, because the episode was pretty spicy, right? So it's the end of the episode now. They're still talking, whatever. So then Kay now, she's like, you know what? She's trying to console and relate to Jassy. She's like, you know what? I was in a situation like that before. I was dating an NFL player, and he happened to get two women pregnant at the same time. And she mentioned something about twins. I don't know if the two women he got pregnant were twins, like sisters, or if each woman he had children with had twins. I don't know, but anyways, or if she just means they were born at the same time or around the same time. I don't know, but she said something to do with twins, child. Okay, so she's like, so I know, what you're going through and so on and so forth, and but I wasn't able to stay. I couldn't stay. That couldn't be me. That's a decision I made. I would not stay in something like this. Okay, fine. So then here comes Mia. She's like, hold on. She's like, I was in a situation like this too. Which team was this guy on? Which team was this time out? Which team is this guy on? Right? So Kay's like, she gives her a look like, girl, bye. Let me finish my story. So she's like talking, whatever, whatever. But Mia's like, excuse me, I've been through this too. I was dating a guy like this, and with the two women and the cheating and the blah, blah, blah. So what team was he on? Was he on the Ravens? Kay's like, girl, he played for Team Jesus. I cannot. So that's what was said. So that is crazy. Do you guys think that Mia and Kay could have possibly been talking or could have talked to the same guy, on that football team that was in that situation with the, having two women pregnant and wanting to be you know what I'm saying? So do you guys think that they could possibly be you know what I mean? Do you guys think that that is possible? But Mia and Kay could have possibly dated the same NFL player back in the day or whatever that had that same situation that Jassy's going through, right? With the two baby mamas or the two women who are pregnant at the same time. So let me know what you guys think. That's crazy. Stacey made a toast to Ashley because she felt like Ashley kind of made her feel comfortable and opening up about her situation with her divorce and TJ, her friend or whatever, and all that type of stuff. But I was like, okay, you were upset that she told the girls that you had a friend, right? Besides your soon-to-be ex-husband, you were upset about that. So now you're toasting to her. So maybe, I don't know, maybe Ashley needed to do that little thing to make her feel a little bit more comfortable in talking to the girls. Like, she kind of pushed it out there, kind of pushed her in, pushed her into the water to be like, I kind of got it out there for you, so now you could be, more open about it. Maybe that's what she did, but whatever. She's seen it as a positive in the end, so she thanked Ashley for that. So yeah, that was all said and done. And then listen, after that, they went back to the house and they are getting ready to go back home to Potomac. Y'all, let me know what you think about this episode. Okay, let me know any other reality shows that you guys are watching that you might possibly want to discuss here with me, that you want me to talk about and review. And yeah, we can do that. So until next time, I'll see you guys back here with your reality rundown.